Am I the asshole for telling my parents not to contact me after they chose my brother over my child? Trigger warning, SA is mentioned in this story. My brother assaulted 2 of my children. I won't go into details, but he admitted to it and has now been sentenced. During the sentencing, I learned even more than my own children had disclosed to me. After I took my children to the police and my brother got arrested, my whole family pretty much stopped talking to us except for my parents. But throughout the whole process, my parents kept saying they weren't taking sides. But they've been visiting him in prison and sending him money every month. I was not happy about it and made my position clear. We just never spoke about him. He ended up pleading guilty early on, thankfully. My parents did not attend as they didn't want to look like they were taking sides. After the sentencing, they messaged me asking what happened. During that conversation, I disclosed to them that my brother admitted what he did to the psychologist. It was in the psychology report and other things that happened. I again made it known that to me, their actions leading up to the sentencing are taking a side. They firmly told me they are not taking a side and I am hurting them by making them pick one. I told them that as long as they continue supporting him, I won't have contact with them or any family members who stand with him. None of my family believed my children from the beginning. I'm trying to understand if this is something other parents actually do, choosing to support the child who caused harm instead of the children who are victims. Would I be in the wrong for cutting my parents out, or am I wrong for making them pick a side and keeping the status quo we previously had? OP, you're not the asshole. And yes, your parents did pick a side. They picked their child over their grandchild. I will say it's absolutely disgusting when they know because your brother has actually admitted to doing it, been convicted. Like, I can see where they may not have chosen a side until the case was solved because innocent till proven guilty. But at the time of him actually stating he did it and giving the details and them still backing him knowing that he sexually assaulted your children, no. There's no way that you can make that okay no matter what. That's just wrong. Absolutely wrong. And you asked, has this happened out there? You know, up until I married my husband, I would have told you this is just whacked out. But unfortunately, his own family had some drama. And there was a set of grandparents, preacher grandparents, who ended up taking custody of a family member as a baby. Now, the family member that they took custody of as a baby was born addicted to drugs, okay? Obviously, the hospital did everything they could. And yes, the child did have some developmental issues. When my husband and I got together, they even asked if anything ever happened to them, would we be willing to take this child on as our own? At the time, he was like 7. And of course, yeah, we knew he had some behavioral issues, but nothing that we weren't willing to tackle. Until more and more time started to go by and family secrets started to come out. Because you see, that little pedo, and yes, that's exactly what he is, he thought it was okay to be inappropriate with other children. And the grandparents kept sweeping it up under the rug so that nobody knew about it, to the point that he has actually essayed of their other grandchildren and great-grandchildren, okay? They kept hiding it, or saying, no, this person lied, yada, yada, yada. They kept covering, no matter what. They took the side of this one little pedo over the 7 other grandchildren and great-grandchildren that they had, kept protecting, to the point that they would send him 1 full month's worth of Social Security from one of them to him in jail to cover himself, okay? Now, luckily, he's in prison, yay, and won't be out anytime soon, which is great because that sick little fuck had my youngest daughter's name tattooed on his wrist and started telling everybody how, she was his favorite niece. Wrong, buddy, because you have no access to my child and you never would have. Ever, you disgusting pig, if you ever see this. But anyways, to OP, yes, there are families out there that will actually protect an SA abuser and make the victims actually feel like either it didn't happen or it was their fault that it happened or they just misunderstood. You did what was right. You're protecting your children. And honestly, If my parents were choosing a brother that had done that to my children, they wouldn't be around my children either, because it already states they are not capable in their current state of mind to protect your children over all else. How do you know they wouldn't give him back, like when your brother calls from prison? Oh, here, you want to talk to your niece and nephew? Oh, no. Never going to happen. And if it was my brother, he'd be very lucky that he's behind bars, because if he wasn't, he'd probably be 6 feet under and I'd be behind bars if that happened to my child. No, not the asshole.